TNT Unfiltered. Tyler Freed and Tim Lombardo.
Welcome to TNT Unfiltered, episode 6. I'm Tyler Freed.
And I am Tim Lombardo.
Tim, how are we doing?
I'm doing great. So this episode, the last couple I've been talking too much, okay? And so I want to hear some things from you. And one thing that I find fascinating as a lender is I'll get a contract. Someone says, hey, we found a house, we're under contract, and we're going to get going forward. We close in 30 days. Okay. And then the first thing we see the 35R, which is an inspection. R is a response, but the inspection.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
So we go into this inspection phase. Tell me about that, because I got to be honest, I work with a lot of different agents, and every one of them seems to go about it a little bit different than the other one. And I think the hard part for, I think, even clients and consumers is, what's the agent really doing? What am I really getting? And am I really getting what I think I want?
Right. So the inspection is basically another round of negotiation. So that's always very important. And we talked about this earlier, is there's two types of real estate brokers, right? There's ones that just want to get to the house, get it under contract, get through inspection, and then get their closing check.
Yeah. And then, when you say get through inspection, just like, let's just breeze through it.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Don't want to already feel like they've already negotiated everything perfectly and got good terms, got a deal on the property, and just want to move to the closing table. And then there's other brokers like myself and some really, really good brokers out there that, hey, this is another round of negotiations. This is a great time for you to learn about the property. We're going to have an inspector out. It's going to be 2.5 to 3 hours, 300-point inspection plus. Yep. And we're really going to learn about the systems of the home. And I always tell buyers, there's going to be about 40 things that pop up on this inspection report. I don't know if it's brand new construction, whatever the property is, 40 things. And we're going to ask for the 5 or 6 most expensive items. Those could be a new roof. Those could be, a new electrical panel, those kind of situations. So it's very important that we don't show our cards that we want to move forward and nothing matters.
Yeah.
Right? So we got to really hit the pause button, think of it as a business decision. What's going to cost us a lot of money now and in the future? And let's get that handled right now.
Yeah, and that's one thing I know that you and I communicate on pretty well is, hey, I'm not going to order the appraisal until you say, yes, we're through inspection. Right? Because then we're kind of tipping our hand and saying, hey, we're going to move forward no matter what, and you kind of lose some leverage on that, right? So one of the things I always wonder is like, hey, because I've been here before myself, is I fall in love with the house. Right. Inspection goes so, but my heart's set on it. Right. Like, how do you typically bridge that gap?
Well, at the end of the day, it's the buyer's decision. But if you just mentally prepare everybody that every house is going to have its quirks, sometimes it's an older home, right? So you're not buying new construction. You can't compare it to that. But just want to put your clients in a good situation where they're not going to end up having to drop a bunch of money right after they move in. Because buying's expensive. Yeah. You got to get all the new furniture and all the stuff that you want to do after that.
And a fridge and blinds and all that stuff.
Last thing you want to worry about is, electrical and plumbing and a new roof.
Yeah. So. No, and I've seen it. We had a client quite a while back, bought a house, didn't use the right inspector, didn't use a seasoned agent that knew the area or the market, and they've since, they bought the house, it's been, one thing after another, which is no fun because, it's your biggest investment. And you don't have to keep dumping in.
100%. It's who you work with matters, right? So making sure that there's going to be no surprises. So unfortunately in 20 and 21, when there was a lot of competition, some people were waiving inspections. And I was always a big proponent of, we got to do that. We got to learn about the house. We got to make sure there's no surprises.
Yep. No, it's good. Anything else you want to add that people need to be thinking on or tuned into?
Well, just don't worry about the outcome, right? I think that's the biggest thing, right? Is you got to make sure that you're checking your boxes and putting yourself in a good situation to succeed. Because, like you said, some of these houses are $1 million, $250,000. You don't want to end up having to put another $50,000 into it because you rushed the process.
Yeah, I think that idea of just have the end in mind. Like, don't be so set on the end that you can't see what's going to happen between now and then.
Exactly. Yeah. Couldn't have said it better myself, Tim. Well done.
Thank you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, today.
Yep. We'll see you on the next one.
You've been listening to TNT Unfiltered. Your host, Tyler Freed, is your Windermere real estate specialist, and Tim Lombardo is your go-to loan officer from Cornerstone Home Lending. With a combined 40 years of experience, they bring you the raw truths from the Pacific Northwest and beyond. The truth about everything real estate and financing related. We hope you've enjoyed the show, and we hope you've gotten something from it. Make sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe. Find Tyler on social media at Tyler Freed RE and Tim at Team Lombardo Loans. See you next time on TNT Unfiltered.